Hello everyone. In this video, we'll see how we can use Atom to create multipoint-to-multipoint Ethernet services that transport traffic on a single VLAN across a BGP network core using 802.1Q endpoint interface types and flexible Ethernet services as a physical encapsulation type. We can limit the bandwidth of services built from this service definition to specific values from 10 Mbps through 100 Mbps. We will also provision the connectivity fault management profile for this service. Atom offers predefined service definitions in the form of a profile that one can choose from to create a particular service. A profile captures the commonly used parameters in a service. You can either edit them or you can create your own variation. Let us take a look at the service definition for Single-VLAN Dot1Q flavor over BGP signaling. Here we can see that the service type is set to ELAN multipoint-to-multipoint. The instance type is set to VPLS and the signaling protocol is BGP. The route target and the route distinguisher is set to autopick and is pointed to a profile on Atom's resource manager under IPAM. The MAC learning is also set to true. The PECE interconnect has the following settings. The VLAN tagging is set to Dot1Q. The physical interface encapsulation is set to flexible Ethernet services. The logical interface encapsulation is set to VLAN VPLS, and the traffic type is set to transport single VLAN as per the service. The VLAN normalization is set to normalize to Dot1Q, and the VLAN ID allocation is automated through Resource Manager in Atom IPAM. The rate limiting is enabled and can be changed during service creation. The QoS is enabled as well. Let us now try to create a service. The template is already imported. The initial set of parameters include the service name and the customer. The service definition is set to ELAN BGP Dot1Q single VLAN, which is the profile we just reviewed. Rest of the parameters will be taken from the profile itself. Since we had selected normalization as normalized to Dot1Q, we've entered the VLAN tag here. The CFM template is selected from the CFM profile. The site settings captures the PE details. The device IP, the interface connecting to the CE can be seen here. The unit details and the VLAN details are pointing towards the Resource Manager profile. We can override them if necessary. The class of service template is chosen from the cost profiles. Similarly, we can create other nodes involved in the ELAN service under the different site settings. The node settings captures the MAC learning details and the details such as RD and RT values if it needs to be overridden from what we had selected in the ELAN profile. Let's try to create the service now. As you can see, a new service has been created. Let's take a look at the tasks to see the provision commands. The initial set of configuration includes a class of service configurations. We can see the forwarding class is set to best effort, and the code point associated is shown as well. The forwarding class is mapped to Q0 to forward the traffic. This is based on the class of service profile. We can also see the scheduler configuration linked to the queue to regulate the priority, buffer size, transmit, and shaping rate. The configuration related to interface linking to class of service is seen as well. Rest of the configurations includes firewall and policer configuration, encapsulation configuration, and CFM configurations. We can see that a single VLAN will be getting translated here. We can also see routing instance configuration, including the route distinguisher and route target configurations and MAC learning configurations. We can also see the VLAN tag we had given for translation in the routing instance. On the device, we can see routing instance configurations including VPLS protocol configurations. The interface configurations capture the encapsulation details, the VLAN translation for single VLAN, the firewall and policy configurations. We can also see how the interface is linked to the scheduler maps and classifiers. We can also see the class of service configuration that includes DSAP configurations, forwarding class configurations, and scheduler map configurations. We can also see the CFM configurations based on the chosen CFM profile. Thanks for watching.